DT family, good evening. I wanted to share some of the things that go through my head with you, and why sometimes it's difficult for somebody who is visually impaired to go through life normally. It is easier for somebody who was born blind, that never saw, to live happily than somebody who came with a 20/20 vision and out of this a sudden stopped seeing. Not as a child, but as an adult. Talking about myself, I was actively working, developing some of the world's interfaces that change life between hospitals, between Harvard Medical School teaching hospitals. It was fun. I loved it. I loved doing it. Though I have other areas like law and policy and all that, but what interested me was the cutting edge technology with mobile healthcare, with me coming up with solutions that actually change lives of people, coming up with ways to interchange data, ways to submit claims, ways to retrieve claims, ways to ensure applications are HIPAA compliant, way to ensure that policies are held. These are some of the rare talents that I had. Then out of a sudden, I couldn't use any of these talents. So when I became visually impaired, I was depressed. And at some point, I thought that was the end of my life. And so with time and help, I was able to start coping with my disability. When you're visually impaired, no matter all the money you have on earth, doesn't make you whole the way you were. I was actively contributing to the society. I was happy to see my applications work in various hospitals. I was happy to see processes that I've spent time working on it, work in hospital. I was happy to see people read my books all over the world, whether in China, Japan. I was so happy, and I had so much in front of me that I was going to write textbooks, not novels anymore. But out of a sudden, I became visually impaired. And so the little minor things that I will do, I couldn't do them anymore. I have to ask for help to locate many things. And this bothered me, that I was dependent on other people. The privacy that I had gone, because now it was no longer me, but those who assisted me that did things for me. If I tried to hide something, I hid it from myself. If I couldn't remember, that was the end of it. DT family. This is something that I have a passion for. Being a YouTuber. And this is all I've had for 5 years. I couldn't figure what I want to do. My doctors, they've been after me to find out what the passion in what I want to do. And I never figured anything until lately. I said, well, I can be a YouTuber and share my life with the work. After all, it's already been shared with a lot of people who helped me. I don't know whether this clothes is clean or dirty. And most of the time, I don't know whether this is the inner side or the back side. And somebody has to let me know. Despite the fact that I have all this, I still strive to be happy. I still strive to be happy and not let myself down by thinking, if I'm better off not living. No, it never crosses my mind. As I think, I'm still able to offer the world. Here I'm in Yaoundé, Cameroon. I was in Dengue. As you see, I have a hospital that I started building when I was still working. My hope was to provide for those in that village, those in the villages there. And lives have been saved. So when I came here, even though it was a little stressful for me, but I was happy seeing the patients coming back and going home. They come in, they were down. By the time they get discharged, they were happy. That is something that cools my heart. And I wish I've been trying to take you on that journey to see exactly how you can change other people's lives. And I wish anybody who sees my video could send it to other people and you just subscribe. That motivates me. I'm happy that I have 53 subscribers today. But I wish and I want everybody to subscribe, whether you like watching YouTubers or not. I'm not very young that I have to say I'm a couples YouTuber. I can't do that. But I can share with you my life. Sometimes it's going to be fun. Sometimes it's going to be story making. Sometimes it's going to be poetry. Sometimes it's going to be drama. Sometimes it's going to be things that you like in life. And sometimes it's going to be prank. And sometimes it's going to be lit, off, and fun. And that's why I want you to always watch my YouTube with happiness. I want you to watch it as watching something that you like to watch every evening. So I'm going to continue to provide content. Well, the first content might not be to par where I want, but with time I keep reviewing the content. And I think that in about 6 months we should be experts, because we are a team. You and I are a team. Let me tell you a story. When I left Boston for Africa, I like this shoe. I ordered this shoe. The shoe is very comfortable, as you can see. It's very comfortable, and the shoe allows me to gauge where I'm getting into a hole, because it more or less allows me to see whether I'm dipping into a hole or not. You see, flexibility is soft, is able to bind my feet to the ground so that I can actually feel the ground under me. If it is a hard stone, I feel it. If it is soft, I feel it. If it is mud, I feel it. If it is just dust, I even feel it. And so these shoes are some of the best shoes I ever bought in my life. So I picked this shoe, I put in my valise, and that I was packing. My helper was not there, and I didn't see the need to to get my helper to do these minor things. But when I put these shoes, I made a mistake. This is another shoe that I have. It's not as nice as this other one I just showed you. They are very different. So I picked this and I combined both of them and put in my valise. When I got here, the first thing I wanted to do was to wear these shoes. And so I keep searching. I saw but this one. See the difference? And so I was a little sad that I mixed it up and I didn't get the right shoes into the box when I could. As much as I want to live and to contribute to society, I have to understand my limitations. And that is where I am. I tried so hard to understand my limitations. But I'm so happy with you guys out there. I'm very, very